Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Planet Love, and this is your friend Vasudha. Yeah, so at Planet Love, we talk everything love, whether it's love for you or me, whether it's love for that someone special in our life, whether it's love for our boss or colleagues, whether it's love for our job, right? Or even if it's love for the one and only God. Yeah. So, Navratras are coming. Yeah. Very auspicious days for all of us, isn't it? Yeah. And what are basically Navratras? So, we celebrate Maa, right, for the 9 days and her form, right? Yeah, so I was thinking now that Navratras are coming and we are at Planet Love, why not talk about the love story of one and only Maa Parvati, Maa Shakti, who is the seed of all the beautiful forms of beautiful goddesses, right? And also the consort of Shiva, and he's considered the most potent masculine form or energy ever on this planet, ever since the whole creation. It is said, I have heard those stories, ever since this whole, what you call Mrityulok, this planet we see came into inception, right? So let's talk love story of Maa Parvati today. Now what happens? Maa Parvati is a born princess, yeah. So she grew up in her beautiful palace under all the possible forms of luxury. And you know what? You can in fact say she was a spoiled brat, and yes, a spoiled brat she was. So once she's decided this is what she is gonna do, she would do it. Once she's decided this is what I want to have, she would have it. And she literally had her father's back to have it all, right? And yeah, she was the most beautiful princess on the earth then. And during one of the discussions, she comes to know, and she was very aware that she is a beautiful woman. So in one of the discussions, she comes to know that the best man or the most masculine man is none but Shiva. And she was so enamored to know that the spoiled brat she decided that the only man who is gonna be her counterpart now is gonna be only Shiva, right? So she tries to figure out how she can have Shiva as her counterpart. Now during this time, some time ago only, Lord Shiva has lost Sati as his wife, and he's decided that he's never ever gonna marry again, right? And he's in his deep meditation. Now Shiva is in deep meditation. How is this beautiful princess going to propose to him, and he's not ready to come out of his meditation, and which is what is his purpose on this earth, right? Because we don't know what he is meditating upon or about or on, whatever you may say, right? Now let me give you this example. Yeah, but before I move on there, when Parvati's father, Maa Parvati's father comes to know that my princess wants to kind of marry this person, and he wonders, why does she want to marry him? What is it about him? look at my daughter, she's so beautiful and she's always adorned with the best of jewels and jewelry on the earth, designer clothes, flowing silks and cottons, and she's lived all her life in the plush luxury of Mahal. How could my daughter live in this barren land? I mean, Kailash, and it is for, to look at it from a father's eyes. For him, it is not Kailash Parvat. For him, it is पत्थर. For him it's like मेरी बेटी पत्थरों पे कैसे सोएगी. And rightly so, if we see that from a father's perspective, from a king's perspective, who's always dreamt of his daughter marrying into luxury, from luxury into luxury, right? So, but the spoiled brat she is. So once she's decided that she's a go-getter, right? So once she decides she's gonna have Shiva as her consort, so it's gonna be Shiva. Now she tries to figure out how she figures out that this man that I want to marry is always in meditation, and she's like absolutely in love with his form. Whatever her father may say, that what do you like about him, he lives in a cemetery, what you call Shamshan Ghat in Hindi, and his body is all rubbed with that clay or rak, and it's all blue. What is it that you like about him? And he's always in meditation. What kind of marital bliss would you enjoy with him? And he wonders, how is Parvati even gonna have him? And Parvati is also thinking the same. So you know what, she realizes that she loves him. She sees him from the eyes within. She sees grandiose, she sees strength, she sees the provider Shiva is, she sees his heart, she sees his soul, and she realizes that this is a divine man and I can't have him in this mortality. And let me give you this example. Now this is an apple, right? Imagine this is an apple, right? So apple is a royal fruit, the most royal fruit that is apple. So I cannot think of any other fruit but apple when I'm talking of gods like Shivji and Parvati Ma. So this is apple. Now this is half apple. Now what can complete this half apple? So let's say it's Shivji. So who do you think can complete Shivji? Can a wild berry, complete this apple? No. So Ma Parvati realizes that if I have to be the other half of this divine man, I myself have to become the other half of apple. And to become that other half of apple, she actually elevates herself. She starts to work on herself. She starts to see the kind of things Lord Shiva loves, what is it, how he looks at the world, what he thinks about the world, and she decides to let go of everything that is. That is, you can say, her past baggage. She drops it all and she embraces the life Lord Shiva lives. She embraces it all. Everyone else who lived at Kailash Parvat around Shivji, for Shivji, she embraces them also. And she sits in the meditation and she continues to meditate until, and imagine, she meditates until she comes to a level where she can actually ask Lord Shiva himself as the labor, as the fruit of her meditation. So वो अपनी तपस्या के फल में शिवजी से शिवजी को ही मांग लेती हैं. So that is the amount of effort she puts in herself to become from that wild berry that to that royal apple. So now if a wild berry will now cry, oh, I love apple so much, but apple is not ready to accept me in her life or his life, then what will apple do? Can apple do anything about it? No. So similarly, when we aspire for someone in love, sometimes we need to do some work. And I am not saying someone superior or inferior in love, because once Shivji embraces Maa Parvati, he also becomes like her, right? And that is why it is like half Shivji and half Maa Parvati, if you've ever seen. So it's called Ardhnarishwar kind of roop. So they both imbibe half of each other. They are both so much in sync with each other. So what I'm trying to say is that the divine kind of love needs an effort from both the sides, acceptance from both the sides, devotion from both the sides, sincerity from both the sides. And in love, we do not have the option to fall. Yes, we fall in love, but we cannot fall in love. या हम प्यार में एक दूसरे के पढ़ते तो हैं, मगर हम प्यार में कभी नीचे नहीं गिरते, right? Love is something which can elevate even a mortal to a status of being that divine forever. Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna say happy Navratras to you, and enjoy the divinity of Ma as you go through these beautiful 9 days. Yeah. Enjoy being in love, and don't forget to raise the vibration of planet love. Bye. Take care.